All right, we're gonna start here. Only have one person so far, but I'm not gonna leave too much blank in the beginning of this video. So first thing I want to do is shout out to Bill Daniels. See if you can see this guy. I met this guy today at the Grafton Flea Market in Grafton, Massachusetts. This guy is about 70 plus years old and does these custom builds. What he does is takes the wheels and engines from the muscle machines and customizes standard Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars and sells them. A buddy of his sells them at a collectible store up in Massachusetts. I can't remember the name of the place, unfortunately. I'll try to find. I think it's NECO or New England Collectibles Organization or something along those lines. But anyway, he gave me his card and his email. He's always at the Grafton Flea Market. He sells the bodies for $1 a piece because he doesn't use the bodies of the muscle machines. He just uses the wheels and the engines. A lot of really cool customs. We chatted for a while. He uses rattle cans to paint, and I wanted to give him some publicity here. So check if you're interested in maybe getting a custom from him. So that being said, our first two cars I grabbed from him. I grabbed a Muscle Machines Charger, pretty much all intact. What's up, Metal Mania? I won't be able to see too much of the chat here because of the way my phone is situated, but hopefully I'll be able to catch everybody in chat. So cheers over there in Tasmania. Hope you guys can see too. The lighting is not the best. This is kind of just an impromptu live I'm doing from my home office here. So anyway, Muscle Machines Charger. I got an idea for this one already. Pick that one up. I also picked up this pickup truck. I think it's a 63 maybe. Not really sure. I'm not a car expert, so if I butcher any of these, you guys can chime in, let me know. Picked these up mostly for Gaslands because they are a little bit oversized for the 1/64 scale. So it is a Ford F100. Thanks, Metal Mania. So he had these for sale for $1. He had a whole box of them. And I was going to offer him some money for the whole box, but I can't really use a whole box of Muscle Machines bodies. Like I said, being that they're a little too big for 1/64. But I figured these two would be pretty cool, and I already had an idea for the Charger, so I grabbed those. Yeah, he was a good guy. He's, like I said, he doesn't use the bodies, so he hadn't really no use for them, and selling them for $1 a piece. It's a pretty good steal. And then I found this gem. Never seen this one before, and again, I don't really collect too much, but I had to have this guy. This is a Johnny Lightning, and I believe the comes off. I don't want to wreck it, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough to get off, but look at this thing. It's got the ghost flames on it. If anybody can identify this one, because Johnny Lightning really doesn't put it on it. But $3 for this car. This is just going to go in the collection. I'm not even messing with this one. And again, I don't really collect cars per se. The only cars I really collect are ones that I had from my childhood, but I saw this guy, and for $3, I can't go wrong with that. Yeah, it doesn't say on the bottom. It's definitely a Johnny Lightning, but super cool car. Had to have it. And again, for $3 for a Johnny Lightning, it's a nice pickup. And that's all I got from that guy. I was going to buy a custom from him, but, he wanted $25, $30. for its customs, which, you know, definitely are worth it, but wasn't about to spend that much money. My next one, I was very shocked to find. I went to another table. A guy had purchased a collection, a 40-year old collection. Some guy was collecting for 40 years and sold his collection, mostly all carded. And I found this Matchbox MR2 for $2. It's got some sticker residue on the front, but I can get that off with some Goo Gone. This is a car I had as a kid. I think I had the blue version. The blue version. But I was pretty shocked to see this in package. I mean, the package is pretty good. Aside from the residue on the front, but again, I'll be able to get that off. This is going to go, again, in the personal collection because it's something I had as a kid. Just going to hang it on the wall. So for $2, I was psyched to pick that up. So that's going in the personal collection. Date on the back of this one, 1986. Where is it? Right here. That would have put me at 10 years old. So again, I had the blue version. I couldn't believe when I saw this. He had a lot of modern stuff on card. And I saw this one peeking out, and I was like, for $2, absolutely. And then we'll check out some of the stuff from that table. What else did I get from him? I think his stuff was all carded. He had one table all for $2 and one table for $1. So from the dollar table, I mostly got stuff that had engines. Just for fodder, I purely picked up stuff for their engines. I think from the $2 table, I picked up the 68 Mustang tuned. Again, I bought this one for the engine as well. I do like the tuned cars. I'll probably take the engine out of it and then cover the hole and just make it a custom. But for $2, the Hot Wheels tuned. And then I figured I'd round off to $10. And I grabbed a bunch of stuff that had cool engines on it. So this is Altered State. Nice big fat engine on this. Sorry if it's blurry, but that was $1. Got that for the engine, and I could probably turn it into some kind of Wastelands buggy or Gaslands buggy. Express Lane. I thought this was pretty funny, but it's got a great engine and actually great side pipes as well. That was $1. Can't go wrong with that. It's all metal too, metal engines. These are all metal engines, I think. This one I've never seen. Hypermite. I was with my girlfriend's 6-year-old and said this looked like a bug, like an actual insect. But look at this engine. I believe this is a plastic engine, but I couldn't pass this one up. That'll look cool coming out of the back of a Volkswagen Bug, probably. Little Baja, maybe. It's a cool little car. I've never actually seen it. I haven't been into diecast for quite as long as some guys, but in any event, Thought that was a cool engine for a buck. And then I grabbed, oh, it was another Altered State. I didn't even realize, but another version of the Altered State. Another metal engine. And then I grabbed, I'm pretty sure these are all from the same guy. Yeah, two, yeah. And then I got this guy, T-Bucket. This looks like a plastic engine. But again, pretty cool, nice blower on it. And something I can do, nice side pipes as well. Something I can do something with the casting and the engine as well. Not bad for a buck. And then I think Evan over at Mid-Island Custom Diecast did a build using this engine from the El Camino. This is fairly newer, but he had mentioned he got the engine he used from El Camino, and I found it. So this thing's a beast of an engine, and it's got a cool spoiler. And taking out the engine and the spoiler, you got a pretty badass El Camino as well. So I kind of took this as 3 parts for one build for a buck. That's pretty cool. So all of that from one guy cost me $10. He also had a lot of customs. I didn't ask him who he purchased the collection from, but he had a lot of the what do you call them? I can't remember. I talked to a lot of people today, but he had a lot of cars from like Protector series, I think he called them. They were like blind bag series, and he was selling those for like $3 each, and $5 for the Real Rider ones. And there was some really nice cars there, but again, I didn't, I brought about $50 today to the flea market. And I didn't want to spend it all just on cars. I spent about $23 in all today. And most of it was for all fodder, so I didn't want to go crazy and spend it all on cars. So, but yeah, he had some blind bag stuff that was really cool. And moving on to the last guy I spoke with, he had some stuff, more of what I was looking for. I like to find the guys that have the... actually, I stopped at 2 other booths. I got some loose cars coming up. I like to find the guys that have the carded stuff and, some of the stuff we look for on card. But I also like to find the guys that just clear out apartments and have, boxes of cars. So I will save what I think is the best for last, and we'll go to the next guy. I had my dog with me, and she was super, super heated, so he offered her a bottle of water and stuff, so of course I had to buy some cars from him. And he owned a collectible store, so his stuff was a buck a piece, but I felt kind of obligated since he gave the dog some water, and he had some cool stuff. So again, this stuff is going to be for parts, but I grabbed this cool little Jeep, 100% for this top piece. I've used this in one of my other Wastelands builds, but I thought it was a cool accessory piece. Just throw on the top of a build, obviously paint it and stuff. It's got a little spare tire, cool little bumper in the front. This is a Matchbox, but thought this little accessory rack would make a nice addition to a Wastelands build, or something for the fodder box for a buck. These are all a buck. Again, in the veins of finding more engines, I was lacking big time in engines. I was really going to the flea market today to find some super fast stuff, some Matchbox super fast stuff, but I really kind of struck out on super fast. But my second agenda was to get some engines because I was very low on engines, so I think I accomplished that. This is one of those Stork Expresses. Very cool twin engine. Well, I don't know if it's a twin engine, but twin blowers anyway. Thought that was cool for a buck. Grabbed this pickup truck. Again, had a great engine in it. And I figured, not only has it got a cool engine, but I'm a sucker for pickup trucks. So, switch this out with some green light tires. This is also a Hot Wheels. Give it a nice new paint job. Put some new tires on it. Steal the engine. And not only do I have a cool pickup for a custom, but again, got a nice engine out of it for a buck. This one is pretty popular. This is the Too Fast. I think we all know this one. Again, 2 engines for the price of 1. Yeah, I think that's a Toyota Hilux. You're right, Metal Mania. But I love the Too Fast. Again, chop out those engines or chop out one engine and you still got a great casting for a nice rat rod or a nice custom there. It's pretty cool. Again, for a buck. And the last one I got from that guy was this Hershey's drag car. I don't usually do race cars or drag cars, but I have actually been kind of in the mood to do a drag car. I was thinking of maybe making this into a mongoose or a snake from the classic Hot Wheels. Kind of bring it out of the Hershey's and make it a little retro. All metal. I don't know, maybe make a Devil's Details die-cast drag car or something. But I saw it. It's nice and clean. Put some fat tires on the back, some little tires on the front. And couldn't pass it up for a buck. So I got that one. And then we're down to our final 2. So this guy just had a booth of all random knick-knack stuff, and he had a box that said 50 cents each with a bunch of cards in it. So I ran over there and picked up this 1969 Hot Wheels Chevy Nomad. Well, actually, I doubt it came out in 69 because it's a crash test dummies. I mean, it's a 69 Nomad, but it doesn't have a year that it came out. But it's a crash test dummies Tampo, so I'm sure it's newer. But can't beat a Nomad wagon for 50 cents. So this will get probably a restoration custom restore. I'll probably just put some new tires on it, paint it, maybe try to source some new glass for it because the glass is pretty gross. But for 50 cents, I couldn't leave this guy hanging. Yeah, the box he had was kind of full of a bunch of no-name junk, so I kind of had to dig through it. There wasn't really anything good in it at all, but finding this Hot Wheels was pretty cool. And last but not least of the day, again, a big sucker for any kind of police cars, especially this model. I found the Matchbox Ford Ltd. I know this one's from the 80s. Because I had a bunch. This is a 1987. Obviously in super rough shape. This one is going to be a restoration. I love these, and I love the Plymouth Grand Fury ones. So, found this in the bottom of the box. This might be a custom restoration. We'll see. I mean, everything's in good shape. The wheels are in good shape. The glass is actually in good shape. The lights are surprisingly in good shape. So I might just do a resto on it. I usually like to change the tires on these, but it's kind of a classic, so I'll probably resto it and put it next to my Grand Fury one that I did. But for 50 cents, yes sir, I'll take that all day long. So that's the haul for today from the flea market, Grafton Flea Market in Massachusetts. And not bad for 23 bucks. I picked up a couple cars for the collection. And how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cars. So not too bad. 18 cars for 23 bucks. Again, the classic Matchbox MR2. Shocked to see that on card. And the kick-ass Johnny Lightning, blacked out with the ghost flames, for 3 bucks. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know this was kind of a last-minute live. I was going to wait till Wednesday and just make a video, but I figured I got them all here today, and why not? But we'll catch you all next time. Be sure to check in at the end of the month for the 4 Horsemen 35 Ford delivery pickup. And have a good night and a good day for you, Tassie. Be well.